see if you can see. It's not great. Again. Hi, Rose. Yeah, hi everyone. I'm just gonna do another live tonight, but hopefully I'm gonna make these lives into videos, and then put them out there that way instead of doing them live. But yeah, tonight I'm gonna do a live about Nutty Putty Cave. Big respect, RJ bro. Yes, big love to you. Yeah, Nutty Putty Cave. It's not another long one, so it won't be boring. G2R Adventures, big respect. But yeah, I don't know if any of you are aware of Nutty Putty Cave, but I've done it a bit different tonight because obviously when I do the videos, I can actually put like pictures. Oh, you won't be able to see it. I was going to try and do it this way. No, it's not going to let me do it this way. But I was going to put like pictures in with the videos because then you can get more of like an insight of who I'm talking about and like certain things that have happened and that. But yeah, so Nutty Putty Cave was first discovered under a blood. Oh, I've got to get this video done soon, you know. I'm going to have to edit it. Under a Blood Red Sky, big love to you. Thank you for coming in, Under a Blood Red Sky. But yeah, Nutty Putty Cave was first discovered by a man called Dale Green, and he discovered it in the 1960s. And when he came across Nutty Putty Cave, like no one had ever explored it before, and it was like nested with like a family of snakes. So, you know, they'd obviously bedded there, and, you know, no one had ever entered the cave until Dale Green, the first man to ever enter. And he was the one that done the first map of Nutty Putty Cave as well. But yeah, Dale named the cave because of its like clay-like texture. Yeah, and that's how it got its name, like its brown clay-like texture. That's why he named it Nutty Putty Cave. But yeah, the cave contains 1,400 chutes and tunnels. And so I'm reading from here again. This is why I want to do the videos, because it would be like so much more better that way. But yeah, when he so when Dale Green first entered the cave, I want to get the pictures up so I can show you. It's like he was the one, I think, that named like all of the like areas in the cave. So the bit that you entered was like he named it the blowhole hole, which comes from a whale, because it looked a bit like the entrance of, like, you know, when the whales, like, their blowholes. So he named that bit, and then the next bit was like the big slide. He would name it like the big slide. But yeah, when he entered the cave following a short down climb and a belly crawl, the cave opened up to a gradually sloping downward passage. He said it was just like covered in soft mud, and there was like pockets of crystals. So when he first ever entered that the cave, I wish I had a cage, I'd have put all the crystals in there. But yeah, when he entered the cave, he just said there was pockets of crystals. So you just know no one had ever entered that cave before. They're obviously all gone now, but you know, after a while of like Dale exploring the cave, I want to try and see if I can show you these pictures just one more time, so then you can get like an insight of what I'm saying, because I think you like understand it more. So I want to do the videos. I think it'd be so much better. But let's see, because I know it's quite, oh, if I go like that, No, there's still a light. Why is there a light? Does anybody know why it's like showing that light? Would anybody be able to help me if I can stop this light? Is it the way that my, I mean, how strange. That's my iPad, and it's like doing that. It's not this light, is it? I really want to get into the video, but oh. No, I'm messing around. I'm so sorry. But yeah, he was the first guy that, obviously what I was going to show you was the map. But when Dale Green first done the map, you know, obviously he hadn't explored like certain parts of the cave. He explored like the bigger parts and he named them all. But there was obviously certain parts that had never been entered before, sort of thing. So they wasn't named on the old map. But yeah, he soon as he started to explore a few more times, Dale sort of decided to, you know, ask a few people from the university if they would like to come and take a trip with him. And so this happened. And after this trip from the university, like word started to get around, and like within the years, like there was like 10,000 people, like population visiting Nutty Putty Cave. So yeah, so it sort of hit off really, you know, Nutty Putty Cave from somewhere that just wasn't even known, like in the 1960s, to like 10,000 people just like going, you know, it hit off majorly, sort of thing. But yeah, so I'm going to go by, yeah, so obviously this is about John tonight, John Edward Jones being trapped in there. But prior to John being trapped in there, there was a few other people that did get trapped before John, and you know, but thankfully they were rescued successfully. But in the 1999, there was two teenagers. They were campers who explored the cave, but they got stuck in the birth canal. So the birth canal, so you've got like the whale bit, the entrance, and then you've got the big slide, and then you have like, you come, so the map, if on the map you can like go down the big slide, but you can either go up that way or you can go down that way, which leads you to the birth canal. And these two boys got stuck in there in 1999, and in 2001, in the same place, the birth canal, there was two boy scouts that got stuck in there as well. And in 2004, an explorer leading 5 teenagers in the cave, a teenager found himself stuck upside down, and it took like 10 hours and 20 emergency rescue crew to get him out. But yeah, it left him weak after, but thankfully he recovered a few hours after. And in 2007, the cave was closed. They put these big metal like barriers over the cave entrance. Nobody was allowed to go in there, you know, until they sort of got like all the safety. Like they had to go through all the cave. They put rope in procedure. They put like they brought out like new safety equipment that you had to go in with. You know, they had to do it all right, sort of thing. So I'm not ignoring anybody. Oh, hello, Mermaid. Big love to you, sweetie. Thank you for coming in. This is why I'm going to make it into videos, because I get sidetracked because I can't multitask. But yeah, so they sort of obviously got like procedures into place, safety procedures, before they decided to reopen Nutty Putty Cave in 2009. So it was closed for 2 years. And then in 2009, it was reopened in March. And in November 2009, John Edward Jones and his wife and their daughter were traveling. I think it was like it was like a festival season time. So he was training to be a doctor. That he had some time off, and they were traveling down to their mum and dad's, his mum and dad's, for a family get together in the family season. And they were expecting, so they were going to share like the good news like with their family whilst they were there. They arrived on I think it's 24th of November, the 25th, because he actually passed away on the 26th, so it was the 24th. On arrival, you know, they settled in, and the next day, John's brother Josh arranged for them to go out for the day, which they all did. Come the evening, he'd arranged for an adventure family time for the whole family, but his wife, his mum and dad chose to sort of go back home, where Josh, John, and there was 9 of them in the group that decided to go to Nutty Putty Cave. So they entered Nutty Putty Cave, and I think I've missed loads on here now, so I'm just going to check because I don't really listen. Yeah, so they got to Nutty Putty Cave about 8ish that evening. They all entered the blowhole bit of the whale. They went down the big slide, and Josh and John just decided that it wasn't challenging enough for them, and because they were so used to doing, they call it splunkers, so they're cavers that go underground, like it's near the water as well, so it's like they're called splunkers. You know, they've done it as children. They were like, they enjoyed it, you know, as children growing up. It was something that they loved, adventurous. But yeah, they found it just wasn't adventurous enough for them, so they decided to want to go further into the cave. But the group that was with them decided to sort of say, you know, we're going to go back up. We'll wait for you when you've done, you know, finished, sort of thing. Steve O'Mac, hello, my beautiful friend. So they all went back up, and Josh and his brother, this is why I wanted to show you the pictures, because I've got like the pictures of I'm going to ask somebody to show me to put this into a video, so then I can add the pictures in, because it's got the map of all the areas where they were. There's somebody at my door. As you can tell, my dogs are barking. But yeah, so they decided to go on further, and I've just got so sorry. Right, I guarantee when you, it's either when you're on the phone, you're eating your dinner, or you go live on YouTube, your door knocks or your phone rings, one of the two. Sorry about that, everyone. But yeah, they decided to go further, and like John was sort of like in the mindset now of like when he was a child. So they'd got the map, they were sort of searching for the birth canal bit, which is more challenging, more tighter. You know, you've got to squeeze in some of these areas. You know, other people have been trapped there, you know, before, and thankfully they were rescued. But John sort of came to like this hole, which was like, I think like to his waist. So he's thinking as a child now, that would be there, you know, when I was a child. So that has to be the birth canal area. That's it. And he just sort of like, without thinking, just like dived into this hole. And his brother sort of went on round to the other sort of part. But, you know, he went through this hole, and, you know, this is a man now who's like 6 feet tall. You know, I think he weighed 180 pounds. Sorry, I'm just going to check because I don't want to get it wrong out of respect. Yeah, and this space that he has now dived into is like 10 by 18 inches. So, you know, I was going to get like tape measure just to show, but it's like he's in a very, very tight situation. You know, he's in a spot now where he's having to sort of like really go like that and sort of push himself forward. But he sort of like he manages to do it like with all like he's pushing and, you know, squeezing through, and he gets to like a bit that like goes like that. So he's now thinking, if I can just like get past this last little push, you know, I can get through there and then be able to sort of like get my way sort of back around and back up. But what he does, in what I've researched, is there's actually a film in his honor as well, like called The Last Descent, and I'll leave the description down below. But what he does, so he's in a real tight spot now. So what he does, he breathes in so he can move forward a little bit, but there's like bits of like rock underneath him, and as he like inhales back out, he gets lodged, stuck in one of these like rocks. So this rock is now stuck here now, like between his ribs and his chest, and he just cannot move. He is absolutely stuck. You know, he can't even breathe in again. He can't breathe like out. He can't move. So he's sort of there, and his brother starts shouting him. He can hear his brother. You know, he starts like saying, "I'm here, can you hear me?" And then his brother comes to him. His brother gets through the hole, but it's just so tight for him to go through. But they can communicate. They can like speak to one another. But yeah, because they're very like religious, you know, they started to pray, you know, please get me out, please, I would like to see my family. You know, they were praying. And then Josh just knew he had to get back now. He had to go and get help. He had to go and get the rescue team. So this was like hard. So they'd entered the cave at 8, and Josh managed to get out, and the rescue arrived around about 12 a.m. in the morning. I've got pictures of the rescue team and everything. I just wanted to show you, but I just don't know how I can stop the light from going onto my laptop. But yeah. So yeah, the rescue team arrived. They started to get everything through to where John was, because he wasn't in the birth canal. He was actually in an area where it wasn't even on the map. So they hadn't even like they called it Ed's. It was Ed's. Oh God, I've got it on the camera. Rosie, do you want to come up here? It was Ed's part. Sorry. Do you want to come up here, darling? Come on, quickly. Good job. this is what makes lives, isn't it? It's just actually live, so you can't edit it or nothing. It's just horrible. But yeah, I don't know if any of you have seen the film The Last Descent or know about John Edward Jones, but this is what I've learned about it this week and what I've researched. I knew a bit about it before. I've got a few things wrong when I've actually spoke about it before, because I've learned quite a lot of it like this week. But yeah, the rescue team arrived and they got everything sort of set up into place, the road, the pulley. So because by this time, like, John is like leaning down at an angle, so he's leaning down. So this is quite critical for John at this time, because like his blood is like rushing, like, you know, down through his heart to his brain, where it's meant to be, you know, rushing naturally outwards. So it's, you know, this is where his like organs are going to start to sort of like close down. So yeah, they knew they had to sort of work fast. They tried, like, they were trying everything. They were even thinking about getting gallons and gallons of vegetable oil. So if they would pour that down, that would like maybe help John slip down, because what they'd actually done, they tied the rope around his legs because that's all they could see was his feet. And they actually started to like pull. So, and it was actually moving, so it was actually working. So they were pulling him up, but he just sort of kept like he sort of like kept slipping down again. So they would pull him up again, but he is in pain. I mean, they actually said that one of his arms was like around his back and the other one was like in front. So every time they were pulling, he was in excruciating pain, you know, at this time. And what actually happened with the pulling system, it actually snapped. And, you know, you've got like these big, massive bolts that are attached to them and clips, you know, they're massive, and they actually snapped trying to pull John out. And one of the rescuers that was actually there with the pulling system, when it snapped, actually broke one of the rescuers' jaw because of the impact. It was just, you know, it was really just so sad what happened. But yeah, and this is when they sort of like decided, you know, should we get the oil? You know, this could we, you know, would this help maybe like sliding down, slipping down? They tried cutting his jeans, and yeah, they got, I think a doctor came in, I think it was 28 hours later of trying. They even contact his wife, and his mum and dad got to Nutty Putty Cave a bit later on that evening, and John's wife communicated with him through walkie-talkies, and you know, that sort of like helped perk him up a little bit. And they, you know, to yeah, but unfortunately at 28 hours later, he had a cardiac arrest and he passed away. And I just wanted to show you the photos, because there's a beautiful photo which I wanted to leave it like with an ending. And they closed the cave off. It's completely closed off now. It's cemented shut, with John Edward Jones still inside, with a beautiful memorial of him. And it's somewhere, you know, where they can go, the family can go. But there's a beautiful photo of John's wife with his daughter, with the baby in the cot, with a beautiful photo of John looking down in the bedroom on his beautiful family, you know. And I just thought, you know, so nice to see. And I wanted to leave that with, like, you know, at the ending of here, but my laptop's not working, so I'm going to try and get this video edited, and I'm going to put this live edited, and I'm going to try and get these photos actually put in, because I think I've waffled on a lot really, but yeah, but it's so sad. But yeah, if you know anything about Nutty Putty Cave, or, you know, please leave a comment below. I'd like to hear your comments. And I keep saying "and" because I'm nervous. and but yeah, thank you for coming in and watching tonight. I really do appreciate it, and big love and respect to you all. And I just want to say big thank you to my mods again, because you always support me, and you know, I really do appreciate and respect you all. But yeah, if you haven't liked the live, please give it a thumbs up, and you know, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. But yeah, big love. Thank you for popping in. I'm going to edit this one, so I'm just going to come and say hello to everybody. Thank you, Steve-O. Big respect, mate. Oh, thank you, GTR. Hello, Mermaid. Thank you, Mermaid. Bless you. Most cages would want a burial. Yeah, I mean, it's like such an adventurous sport, isn't it? It's like, you know, it's so daring, Mermaid, you know, to even go into like I've heard so many more like of like other accidents that have happened, and it's just like it's what's thrilling to them is like woo to us, you know, sometimes. But yeah, definitely. But bless you, RJ, my bro, big love. Under a blood red sky, big love. Rest in peace to him, definitely. And his beautiful family. And you know, it was so sad because like the rescue team, you know, thought that they were actually, you know, going to get him out. And you know, they've actually said that, you know, 130 rescuers tried, and they did try everything to help to get him out, you know. And but just unfortunately, you know, his body just didn't cope, and your body wouldn't cope, you know, being upside down for that length of time. And yeah, it's just sad. And yeah, definitely. I actually cried when I done this one this week. I had to put it down, come back, down, come back. Oh, big love, chaps. Thank you. So thank you, everyone, for popping in. Big love, peace out, and I hope to see you in my next one. I'm going to try and get them into videos as well. My next one is about a parachuter who, it's in my next live anyway, so I don't want to ruin this video, but yeah. So peace out, big love to you all. There's so many. I'm just gonna say big love, everyone. Peace out. Hope you have a lovely evening. Big love and respect. Peace out.